Do it soon. My youth is waning. It would be nice if you could get it up here while it's still today's paper.
Oh, good boy.
Hey, Kathleen, you don't have to do that.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, at least let me help a little.
Well.
You gotta push that down.
Yeah, there you go.
It's easier than it looks, you know?
So, you ready?
Kathleen, I've been thinking.
What?
Well, today's my day off, you know? I don't have to drive the cab. Wouldn't this be a nice day just to kind of hang around the house? You know, I could rent a movie, bring in a pizza. Just stay in all day. Wouldn't that be kind of fun?
George, have you forgotten what we're supposed to do today? Apparently not.
You really want to meet my friends?
Oh, George, of course I do. Come on, your friends are a reflection of you.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a little embarrassing to me and my friends.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I promised you. Hey, Miles, you did a good job on the newspaper. You take the day off, too. Deputy Dog comes on at 2 o'clock. Oh, he likes that.
Yeah.
Hey, George!
Hey, George.
Hey!
Keep moving, Kathleen. Come on, keep moving.
Hey, George! Who's the cookie?
Now, are these friends of yours?
No, just neighbors. Don't make eye contact. Come on, let's go.
George.
Oh, all right, okay. Larry, Bob, this is Kathleen.
Bob,
Hey.
Larry, hi.
Hey, now wait, I've been sitting out here all day and I didn't see you come in. You slept here last night, didn't you?
Amazing, isn't he? Such a keen, analytical mind.
So, you're George's girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
You're not what I expected.
What'd you expect?
Well, when I heard George's new squeeze came from a pet shop, I was expecting maybe fur, scales, a pouch.
Hey, I once had a fling with a chick that worked at a pet shop, but we broke up because I couldn't take the smell.
Oh, gee, I love the way a pet shop smells.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah, very nice to meet you. Yeah, maybe we should go.
Okay, everybody, listen up. When this girl Kathleen is here, I want everyone to be on their best behavior. Are you paying attention? Pay attention. I want you all to cut down on your vulgarity, okay? No picking your nose, and please refrain from emitting any and all noxious gases. How many beers is that, Frank?
What are you, my mother?
Since when does your mother care how much booze you slop up?
Hey, George.
Yeah. Everybody, I'd like you to meet my friend Kathleen Rakowski.
Hi.
This is Broadway Harry Rossetti, my best friend.
Oh, well.
What's with the handshake? Your family.
Oh my God. Oh, gee. George talks about you all the time.
Nothing bad, I hope. You understand the concept of victimless crime, don't you?
Oh, sure. Sure, yeah, my uncle ran numbers in Boston.
Take a note. Oh, I like her. Come here.
Hi, Jack Donahue.
Jack, hi.
What can I get you? On me.
Oh, a Stoli and soda, please.
Look, when I said it was on me, I sort of meant well drinks only. Will old Gulag be okay?
Perfect. Oh, you're Sydney.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
Well, nice to meet you, George. You didn't tell me you were so pretty.
Oh, I said she was pretty. Maybe just not as pretty as you know.
Oh, you did? That's so cute, George.
Yeah, he did. Why is that so cute?
Oh, I think it's sweet when a man tries to make a woman feel appreciated.
In other words, he couldn't possibly be comparing us because you're obviously so much in your mind.
No. I didn't mean to sound competitive about my looks. Guess it's just a former Miss Texas in me.
Ah, well, quite a springboard, that Miss Texas, huh?
All
right, hey, we haven't had a cat fight in here in years, huh?
Actually, we haven't had two good-looking girls in here in years.
Girls?
Women. Persons. Beings. Come on, you two are getting off on the wrong foot. Why don't we just say you're both beautiful in different ways?
Okay, I can accept that.
Me too.
Friends?
Friends.
Friends. Okay, come on, let's sit down over here, Kathleen. Huh?
Sorry.
I hardly ever sit at the tables when I'm in here.
All right.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm Frank.
Frank.
You don't know how happy I am to see you here. I was a little worried that once he found a girlfriend, he wouldn't come in here anymore.
Oh.
I know I wouldn't.
Well, if you're interested, I have a lot of really great single women friends.
Oh, great. Well, you can tell him I'm the type of guy who still opens the door for a lady.
Oh, that's very sweet. What do you do, Frank?
I'm a doorman. Hey, Jack, how about some TV here, huh? And listen, they really gotta like sports, too. I don't mean just football, baseball, and basketball. I mean anything on ESPN.
Well, there's a very good friend of mine at the gym.
Hey, shut up, This is the Black & Decker Lumberjack Open. Hey, come on, Jack, go back, will ya?
All right, what channel was it?
Oh, no, wait. Go back. That was that little French skunk.
Now here's one that's gonna make you feel old. Amorous animated skunk Pepe Le Pew is today celebrating his 50th birthday. Bon anniversaire, Monsieur Le Pew. We're gonna be right back after these messages with more news.
Who are these people trying to kid? News. That stuff isn't news. You know what it is? It's that cutesy human interest crap. Pepe Le Pew is 50 years old. Does anybody in here really care about the age of an imaginary skunk? They do that stuff all the time. You know what they had on last night? They had a story about some cretin who's going to trot backwards from Nova Scotia to Argentina just to get his name in the record books, you know? The guy belongs in a home somewhere, not on TV.
It's a volcano, this man.
Wait, hold on, news is back on.
It's not news, Jack.
Wait a minute. Something about cab drivers.
Remember the legendary New York City cabbie? He was gruff, and he gave you his opinion about everything, whether you wanted to hear it or not. In short, he was an obnoxious loudmouth. But, you know, he was as much a part of this city as the putrid stench of the canals are of Venice. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this, but I miss that old New York cabbie. I'm tired of getting into a cab that reeks of incense and explaining how to get to Rockefeller Center to some cabbie who can't or won't speak English. I'm calling for stricter regulation of the industry. Right now, the only qualification for being a cab driver is that you're totally unqualified to do anything else. In short, you're incompetent. I'm Dan Goodwin, and that's one Dan's opinion. We're going to be right back after these messages.
Not in this bar, you ain't. The nerve of that guy. Somebody ought to do something about him. Let me ask you people, what kind of prison time would you get in this state if you waited in your cab downtown outside of an office building for a guy to come out, and then when he comes out, you run him over, and then you back over him, and then you run over him again? And then you just leave the scene.
First offense, 5 years.
Maybe I ought to just write him an angry letter, you know? Those creeps insulting ordinary working people and thinking that we're just going to roll over and take it with a smile, you know? I'm not putting it up with it anymore. Give me something to write a letter on, will you, Joe? What do you got? Give me something.
As a matter of fact, I just got in my new Moylan stationery. I got tired of using cocktail napkins for official correspondence. But George, don't press down too hard. Your letter protesting the cancellation of Star Trek is still embedded in the bar.
I was mad, you know? Thanks, Jack. Okay, my trusty Bic pen still has about a 1/4 inch of ink in it. You know what I find? If you cheat these things real good, they last about a year.
Really?
I've had this one for 11 months now. I think I still got about 2 weeks left in it. Here we go.
Hurry up and write, George, before you cool down.
Don't worry about me cooling down, Frank. I'm just starting to heat up.
All right.
I'll cool down after I dump a couple of quarts of bile on this guy.
Why is an angry letter such a big deal?
Oh, his are more like verbal letter bombs.
Yeah, hey, George, no personal threats, okay?
Come on, don't inhibit me, Sidney. They come, they come. It's not...
Kathleen, he once wrote President Nixon a letter, and whenever he's in town, the Secret Service still puts George under surveillance. True story.
Well, you certainly do know how to express your anger.
Yeah, well, anyone who says that 4-letter words have lost their shock value just isn't using enough of them, believe me.
Even your handwriting is a little Son of Samish.
Thank you.
Believe me, it's no coincidence.
Don't worry, Kathleen. This is just a side of me I show only to politicians and newsmen. And the company that sold me that can of sardines that had a thumb in it.
Oh, my God.
Well, I didn't eat the 2 sardines that were touching the thumb. And now my usual closing. You ain't got the guts to read this letter on the air. Sincerely, George O'Grady.
Hey, can I lick the envelope? I want to feel like I'm a part of this.
Hey, be my guest. Don't slobber on it.
I won't.
Now all I need is a 25-cent stamp.
Oh, it's 29 cents, George.
29? Time for another letter. Dear Postmaster General.
All right. Yeah, you're on a roll, George. Yeah.
Worth 29 cents.
Each side gets 16 stones per round. Whoa, nice shot. And the stone closest to the tee scores a point. Hey, that's an illegal cramping.
I don't know, maybe I'm a purist. I just can't get interested in sports that you can't bet on.
Who says you can't bet? Pick a team, $5.
I'll take Aberdeen.
Okay, that means I got Medicine Hat.
Go Aberdeen.
Go Medicine Hat.
Who's
George.
playing Aberdeen?
Medicine Hat.
Ah, they don't have a prayer. They never would have beat Moose Jaw in the regional Bonspiel if it hadn't been for that lucky 8-ender.
Ah, that rock isn't even gonna make it over the hog line.
Hi,
Vice.
can I help you?
This is the Moreland Tavern, isn't it?
That depends. Who are you?
I'm Alice Jean, Associate Producer, News 10 New York.
Oh, hi, yeah. Yeah, this is the Moreland. I'm sorry to be so formal. It's just, well, the health department's been hassling me about a handful of droppings they found in the back. Can I get you something?
No, thanks. I won't be here long. Are you George O'Grady?
That depends. Why?
Well, we got your letter, and we'd like you to read it on the air.
Yeah, I'm George O'Grady.
You are not. I'm George O'Grady.
Prove it.
You prove it.
All right.
Look, here's a driver's license with my picture on it.
I can't beat that.
Well, we'd like you to read your letter on the air.
Really, this would be on TV, huh? When would this be?
Tomorrow afternoon. Have you ever been on TV, George?
No. Well, one time. This was way back before they tightened up the drinking restrictions at Shea Stadium. I streaked the Mets game. Yeah, got all the way to third base before they finally threw a tarp on me. Well, you don't have to worry about that. I got over that, you know. I finally realized that when I take my clothes off, nobody's really interested. Listen, sit down over here. Speaking of clothes, now, what would I have to wear on an occasion like this?
Well, you could wear anything you want. Just wear something.
Let me ask you something else. How much money would I make on something like this?
Nothing.
So you just think you can walk in here and get me for free, huh?
Yes.
Don't you have donuts backstage? Saltines, little piece of cheese, some kind of a dip or nothing?
The snacks are just for the crew.
Nothing at all, huh? Okay, I'll be there. But it's only because I believe in this, and I want people to hear the truth.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow at 4:30, Mr. O'Grady.
All right, thanks a lot. Channel 10. All right.
Hey, you're gonna be on TV, huh? Hey, that's great. Yeah.
Hey, George, this is gonna be great. You get to go on TV and show people that cab drivers aren't all a bunch of incompetent foreigners. I know exactly how you feel.
How do you know how I feel?
Believe me, I know. For instance, I'm a sharply dressed Italian. Everyone just assumes that I'm into organized crime. It's a filthy, vicious stereotype.
Harry, there's a small flaw in your argument.
What, the fact that I am involved in organized crime? That just makes it more painful, George.
Hey, George! Go get him, George. Come on.
I'm running late. I'm going down there now.
Yeah.
I've been practicing my speech. This guy is not going to know what hit him.
Hey, George. I've had my eye on that Channel 10 weather chick ever since Hurricane Andrew. Tell her I'm working up a high-pressure system of my own.
I'm sure she'll be real impressed with that, Pinkerton.
George, don't go easy on this guy, man. Let him know what time it is.
Hey, listen, don't worry about me. I'm still completely bugged with this guy. You know how there are some things that get you mad and then you get over it real quick? Like World War II, disco, when they made Hershey bars real small. This is different. This is like a semi-personal attack, you know? I'm a cab driver. Huh? I speak English. What am I going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit this guy with the old 1-2 verbally. He'll wish I didn't talk English when I'm through with him. I'll tell you. Hey, you. Hey, come here, you. Come here. Hi there. How's your shift going? In Zamama? In Zamahal? What you want to do? Buy a couple of vowels. I got a crazy idea. How about if I tell you where I'm going? See, I'm a cab driver myself, and every now and then I find it useful to know where the passenger's going. I'm going to Rockefeller Center, down on 50th Street at 5th Avenue, okay?
50th Avenue. Okay.
No. No, there is no 50th Avenue. 5th Avenue and 50th Street, okay? Rockefeller. You drive a cab in New York and you don't know how to get to Rockefeller Center. But you know where they ice skate outdoors? They got the big statue of Prometheus, the guy lying down. Never mind. Just go up here to the next light, take a right. That's Columbus Avenue. Take a right on Columbus and go south. Just stay south on Columbus Avenue. I'll talk to you later. I gotta look at this and study it. I'm gonna be on TV.
You Willie Nelson!
Yeah, I'm Willie Nelson. And I borrowed this shirt from Johnny Cash. Look out. Where you going? Hey, I smell Cuban food. Where are we? 135th Street? What are we doing up here? I told you I wanted to go south on Columbus Avenue. Look, when you get up here to this next light, just take a right, will you? And go over to 5th Avenue. Get over to 5th Avenue, the big 5, okay? And then go south on 5th Avenue. Go a long way south. I gotta be to Rockefeller Center in 25 minutes. Can you handle that there in some mile?
You know, in my country, I was a doctor.
Yeah, in your country, I could be a doctor.
And the cow was returned to its rightful owner. When we return, a reply to my recent editorial concerning the decline of New York City cab drivers right after these messages. Clear! Where the hell is that cab driver?
Step there.
I'm sorry I'm late. I don't know what I want to say. How soon do I gotta go on?
Well, we're on in 30 seconds. This is where you stand.
Okay.
And you're going to say what you said in your letter.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to embarrass myself. You know, sometimes.
He doesn't seem to be coherent, but at least he speaks English.
Okay, we're back in 5, 4.
Yeah, I used to think he was a crack pop, but they never let you on TV unless you got something important to say.
All I know is we're missing Greco-Roman wrestling.
Shut up, you animals. Here he comes. Quiet.
In a recent edition of One Dan's Opinion, I called for stricter regulations, actually any regulations of our city's cab drivers. Now here's George O'Grady, an actual New York cabbie, with his rebuttal. George?
Well, you know, I think maybe rebuttal might be too strong a word in this case. Let's just call it a response, okay? A friendly reply. You see, I think I might have overreacted a little bit to Dan's editorial about cab drivers. You know?
What is that?
But it made me mad because I'm a good cab driver, not like those stereotypes he was talking about. Then again, every stereotype always has at least a couple of grains of truth in it, huh? Otherwise, it wouldn't be a stereotype. Like, for instance, you know what? I'm always bugged when they say that Notre Dame is the Fighting Irish. Why does it have to be fighting? That would be like calling the team the Bargaining Jews. Or the Dancing Blacks. Yeah. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. Stereotypes couldn't even possibly get started if there wasn't a little something in them, you know? And that's why you never hear any jokes about lazy Norwegians, cheap Eskimos, the insatiable sex drive of a Canadian. And so I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this, but I have to say that some of the stereotypes he was given about cab drivers not really knowing English language too well and not knowing their way around New York City, well, the only reason those stereotypes got started is because they're absolutely true.
Kiss ass.
What a rook.
Are we still on the air?
Yes.
Oh. Hiya, Harry, Jack, Kathleen, Miles, how are you? Hi. I'm George O'Grady, News 10 New York.
Tomorrow night, a special presentation of Fox Night at the Movies. It's Rise and Walk.
Oh, yeah, this is the story of Nancy Kerrigan. She gets hit in the knee, she stands up, and she skates in the Olympics.
No, this is the inspirational story of New York Jets player Dennis Byrd, who was paralyzed and then learned to walk again. That's tomorrow night on Fox Night at the Movies.